Hey guys, welcome to another video for Anatomy and Physiology. In this video, we're going to be highlighting the injury from yesterday's NFC Championship. Brock Purdy unfortunately had to exit the game at the beginning, at the first quarter after the first touchdown. He sustained, as you can see here, an elbow injury. At least that's what's suspected right now. According to Ian Rappaport, a reporter for the NFL Network, they're going to get MRIs done today, so we'll know for sure if he ruptured the ligament or if he just strained it. Now, I've never, I can't say strained, but I've never ruptured a UCL, ulnar collateral ligament. It's a ligament that stabilizes the elbow, and we'll look at it in a deeper anatomical look in just a minute. But, back in my high school days and college days, oh man, it was so painful. Uh, the swelling, the inflammation, my arm would just go limp. I'd have to have bags of ice just on my elbow because I wouldn't be tearing up, but I would be crying. It would be like a dry crying. I would be in so much pain because of my elbow. This is from playing catcher. One time they asked me to pitch, and that was a big mistake because my elbow hurt so bad after that. And so this elbow injury is typically sustained by baseball players. Now, if you look at the mechanics of throwing a baseball compared to throwing a football, they're quite different. A lot of the elastic force for throwing a baseball does actually land on the elbow and shoulder, but primarily the elbow. And with throwing a football, it's more of a full body motion than it is. Now, pitching, it is a full, but you're transferring your weight from your feet, from your legs, all the way to your arm. Same thing in football, but I've noticed having thrown a football, I did play quarterback a little bit in high school, and even though we weren't like a big throwing team, we did throw enough where uh, I understand the mechanics really well, and it's a more of a full body shoulder ab torso core throw than with baseball. Baseball, I felt like you're transferring all that energy into a slingshot effect into your arm to slingshot that baseball. Either for me, it was slingshotting the baseball to second base to catch somebody running, or first or third base to catch somebody getting too much of a leadoff. And either way, it's a very painful experience. But this is typically a baseball injury that is that is repaired through what's called a Tommy John surgery, where they repair those ligaments. And it typically takes about 9 months to a year to recover. So hopefully Brock Purdy does not have that injury because he has a long road of recovery ahead of him. And he had such a great year for being the last pick of the draft. And it's unfortunate to see that because that means he's going to get a late start next year. He's probably going to lose his starting position. It sucks that it happened to him. But let's right now take a deeper look at the actual ligament. Okay, so here we have a frontal view of the human body, and we're going to take a look at this joint. Okay, the elbow joint. That's what we're highlighting. So let's zoom in, and you can see here there's a lot of ligaments wrapped around that joint that are supporting it. And the ones we're going to take a look at are the medial ligaments. Okay, medial towards the middle, so right over here. This is the UCL. Let me zoom in on it if I can. There we go. This is the ulnar collateral ligament. And it's not just one ligament, but you can see here there's a posterior aspect to it and a transverse aspect to it. And where it originates, the medial epicondyle, this region right here. In fact, let me highlight that a little bit better so you can see exactly where it's originating and where it's connecting to. So we're looking at the humerus now, right? So this is the shoulder, and then we're going to move our way distally towards the elbow, highlighting the medial epicondyle. So this is where your ulna articulates. Okay, this is your trochlea and your medial epicondyle. And this is where the UCL will originate, wrapping around to the ulna, which we'll go to next. Okay, so here you're looking at the ulna and the different landmarks. So this is a trochlear notch. Okay, so this is where the trochlea will be seated as your elbow kind of bends. And then here's your, what we traditionally call the elbow, the olecranon. Okay, the olecranon process. And then of course your ulna, the shaft of the ulna. And then your coronoid process. And this is where the UCL will insert. So when you think about the motion of the arm, here you go. So when you think about the motion of the arm, okay, this is flexation. This is closing the angle between the forearm and the arm here. And so, of course, the muscles are the ones that are responsible for that motion, but the ligaments that stabilize this joint are the UCL. Again, they originate here at the olecranon process and wrap around, and attach themselves to the coronoid process right here of the ulna. Okay, so again, that's taking a closer look at the UCL sprain, probably, hopefully, that Brock Purdy sustained. It's an incredibly painful injury. You cannot throw, your arm goes limp. Okay, so the fact that he was even able to throw a little bit later on in the game, I wonder if he got a shot, like when he went into the locker room, a pain shot or a steroid shot or something, because it is very painful. Your arm literally just goes dead. So, in any case, wishing the best to Brock Purdy, and I want to thank you guys for listening, and I'll catch you on the next video.